Hello, my name is Richard Duff, and I'm a technical specialist. And I have a protective mask here, which works on a different principle than most masks presently being used during this COVID 19 crisis. Uh, this mask has no filter, and I'm going to take you through how it works. Um, basically, there is a UV light in this chamber and one in this chamber, and those are used to kill viruses and bacteria. On the inhale, air enters this chamber, goes through a spiral path around the UV light, then passes through this hose to this other chamber, which does the same UV light, another 5 or 6 passes, and then it enters the mask. So you're inhaling, you don the mask, obviously the power supply is on, and you breathe in. So all the outside air that's passing through these chambers, viruses and bacteria are being killed. Now, on the exhale, the air leaves here, passes through the spiral inside here, and the inside of the surface of the spiral is reflective to make the best use of the UV light. Now it passes through this hose to this chamber. There's 5 or 6 spirals to ensure that the viruses and bacteria are killed, and then it's exhaled to the environment. So the viruses and bacteria are killed on the inhalation and they're killed on the exhalation. There is no other mask that does this. This means that this mask acts as a border. Anything that passes through it, as far as bacteria and viruses, gets killed. These wires are heavier than needed, but basically they go back here to the back of the mask, back of the harness for the mask, and they go in here. There's a power supply and a little bit of electronics to drive the lamps. This is the same. Now, if you want to test this, if you want to, this mask has been repurposed. It used to be a CPAP mask, but I've repurposed it for this application. So you can use a mask similar to this. If you're looking for the actual lights to go in here, there are sterilization wands that are on the market for about $54 or in that range, and you can get the lights out of them, and you can get the drivers out of them, the electronics for the back. And the batteries, one that I saw takes a 9-volt battery. Now obviously you're gonna test all this before you put it into a real application, and that would take some time. But the basic principle is air passes through into a chamber, does a spiral path around the light, and then out through the hose, another treatment spiral path, and then into the mask. This is on the inhalation. On the exhalation, it's the reverse. The air comes through here, does another spiral path, through this hose, another spiral path, and then exhale. So it's killed. The bacteria and viruses are killed on the exhale, and they're killed on the inhale. And this is the unique aspect of this. You would keep this. Basically, you should be able to get a year's service out of this. Hopefully you wouldn't need it. But you should be able to get a year's service out of this. And if you clean it properly, it will last. And you never, ever throw it away. You just basically clean it, and yeah, you just clean it, and it'll last a long time, right? So this basically shows you a principle of sterilizing and protecting the person and protecting the people who are in the environment at the same time. So I hope this is useful. I know there's nothing else like it.
Great.
The area, like the cross-sectional area of the flow path, is a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. That's a lot easier to breathe through than a fine filter mask, so it's even not as tiring to wear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. If you could put it down over there, I will come up and do a close-up of it. So you'd have a telltale of some sort on each of those cylinders to indicate that the UV light was in
Yes, you
fact
would.
working.
Yes, you would.
And something like those cylinders could be 3D printed if
Yeah, exactly. The first ones you make would be 3D printed, and then you'd either use aluminum tape or aluminum foil with the right kind of cement, right? Because you don't want to be breathing a lot of solvents, so you got to be careful what you stick together anyway. But once you got the 3D parts, there'd be a clamshell, and basically you just apply the aluminum foil or tape, and you could design it so that basically it would take a self-tapping screws, bring it back together, and yeah, this is ideal for 3D printing. Ideal for 3D printing, and you can do a better job of the pathways, right? Because you've got more control.
okay. Thank you very much.